One day, you might see me in a whole new way. One day, but still I see that I'm the same OJ. One day, you might.
I say self-mastery is the only success. So if you don't have self-control, baseline, I'm talking about what you do when you wake up, what you eat, what you do and don't smoke, intoxicate themselves all day. Intoxicate themselves all day. Say it the other way I just said it. Intoxicate themselves all day. And can't stop really if they wanted to, because if they tried, they'd be mentally crippled. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Self-mastery is the only success. If you don't have self-control, then what do you really have? That's why I'm at the point where it's like, yo, listen, especially with these drug addicts or these people leading people with drugs to whatever. Listen, we already know that if we take away your nicotine, your little vape, your smoke, your weed, your alcohol, your pills, your SSRI, we take away that shit from you, take away the food, the water, take away the basic things in life, you crippled. You crutched out. That's a crutch. Whatever you are, your world is yours. They say mindset. They say mentality. They say spirituality. But the real ones realize what it is. We be more, not do more. We be more with less. Because what? Self-mastery, only success. If you don't have self-mastery, if you don't have self-control, then what is controlling you? Whatever you are, your world is yours. Can't take advice from people who are not masterful.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. But I had to show y'all that clip from my boy Sheiky Sheik. Shout out to Sheiky Sheik, man. He doing his thing over there on Instagram. He has coaching, you know, he dropped real knowledge on there. So go follow him, you know, whenever you get a chance to on Instagram, you know. But, you know, we all know, being on this journey, that self-mastery, just like he said, is key. You know, you want to have self-control out here, because guess what? If things get taken away from you, you know, you want to still be stable. You know, but when you have all these crutches, you know, when you don't have any control, then most of the ones that's like that, we see what happens to them. You know, they end up in a bad position in life. They end up in a bad position in their health. You know, they end up in a bad position in their vibration. You know, they end up in a bad position, you know, with their weight gain, with their addictions and all of that. You know, so they find themselves spending most of their time, you know, chasing the women. They find themselves spending most of their time doing the drugs, smoking, drinking, you know, watching the pornography, fapping, eating bad, you know, all of that, because those are crutches to them. They are comfortable in that. But when those things get taken away, it's just like he said, people are crippled. They crippled. They don't know what to do with themselves. They out here irritable, they out here moody, attitudey, low vibrational, and all of that shit, because they feeling uncomfortable. You know, now what does that sound like? See, that's why I tell y'all, a lot of people just think that, you know, it's the substance that get people, but nah, bro. This food out here is like substance, that is like drugs. You know, these cigarettes and all that shit, these vapes and all that shit is like drugs. You know, vagina is like drugs. The sex, the pornography is like drugs. So as soon as, you know, you take that away from people, they feel like they have nothing left. Like I told you, bro, being on this journey, it's like somebody taking the back off of your chair. So you have nothing else to lean back on. You know, anytime you felt bad at some point, anytime you was in a bad mood, or, you know, you just felt like your energy was low, you know, you was in a bad space mentally, you know, what would you do? You would turn to pornography. What would you do? You gonna turn to alcohol. That's what I did. You gonna turn to drugs. You know, in a lot of cases, we turn to these phones and start looking at everybody else live their life because people don't want to talk about that. But this phone, social media, that is a crutch for a lot of people too. Because since they can't handle their present, what you want to do when you don't like how your life is going, when you can't handle your presence, when you're not in tune with yourself and you don't even love you like you should, what you want to do in that space? You want to make time go by as quickly as you can. So what you do, you waste that. And that's what you do when you under the influence, you know, when you floating all high and shit like that. When you in that zone, when you in that drunkenness, you know, when you in that numbness, when you watching that porn and surfing through that, when you on these phones watching people live, yeah, you know, you get a dopamine release from that. And by the way, that time is just going. That time is just going and flowing. And then when it's time for you to put the phone down, put the food down, put the blunt down, put the drink down, put the hose down, then guess what you left with? You. You left with you and your low energy that you made low. Your vibration that you made low. Your confidence that you made low. You did that. You made that low. And then you forced to deal with it. You forced to live with it until the next time you get to escape. You know, and what a lot of people don't realize when you living like that, you know, you losing contact with yourself. You know what I mean? You losing your own identity in that. You making yourself more unhealthy in that. Because you gonna continue to just latch on to that and lean back on that. And all that addiction doing is just growing inside of you. So there goes more dependency. There goes more dependency. So you continue to lose yourself. You continue to lose control. And it's like I told y'all earlier, bro, being on this journey, bro, we here to get control of things. So guess what? When we have control of certain things, we not letting those things control us. And when we not letting all of this low vibrational, all this toxic, all this negativity, all this fear, all these addictions control us, then we get to focus on the light. We get to focus on the Most High. We get to focus on our health. We get to focus on our family. We get to focus on our vibration. We get to focus on our spirits, bro. But when you doing all that other bullshit, when you get to focus on that, when you get to focus on you, when you get to focus on your elevation, your come up, your dreams, your aspirations, you don't. But so many people think that they can do it. I can still do it. I can still do it. And they want to juggle all those things. And what they doing is cheating themselves and they cheating the people around them that really care about them. They cheating their own process. They cheating the Most High. They cheating their gifts. They cheating their masculine energy. They cheating who they are, bro. They cheating who they are. So it's exactly just like he said, bro. And then when you take these things, motherfucker, they act like it's the end of the world. You know, and you see it all the time where motherfuckers crashing out. You know, where they looking to rob a motherfucker for their money. You know, rob a motherfucker for their drugs. You know, rob people and jack people and do all that other shit is because they don't know what else to do. They in survival mode. So when you see people walking around irritated for all of these reasons, mad all the time, attitude, it's because they uncomfortable and they need something. They have a crutch. That's letting you know that they have a crutch. And a lot of times what people don't realize is that you can see that crutch in their appearance. You can see that crutch in their appearance because they are wearing their addiction. They wearing their irritability. They wearing their toxicity. You know, and it's coming out. One way or another, it's coming out. It's coming out in the tone of their voice. It's coming out in the looks of their eyes. It's coming out in how they move. It's coming out in how they treat people, bro. It's coming out in their weight gain. In some cases, it's coming out in their weight loss. Unhealthy weight loss. So understand, man, understand, you know, that this work is so important, you know, and again, it has nothing to just do with, to do with women. This has all to do with you. This has all to do with your elevation. This has all to do with your mentality, your discipline, and how far you will go, how far it will get you. But when you lack, man, it's rough out here. When you lack it, we lived that life. When we lacked everything we just talked about, bro, we lived that life. And we was at the lowest of the low. I was at the lowest of the low, where I didn't even know. I was at the lowest of the low, and I didn't even know what was gonna come of me. I didn't know what was gonna come of me, bro. It was like Tupac. I kind of low-key seen death around the corner. And because I seen death around the corner, and my vibration was so low, and I had nothing going for me in my life, and the devil had a hold of me, I wanted to assist it. I wanted to assist my downfall. I wanted to assist with my death. That is a sunken place. Some of y'all ain't been there yet. Some of y'all have been. And when you've been in that sunken place, you never want to go back. And for some of y'all, if y'all haven't been there, keep doing what it takes so you never have to go there. Because if you don't have control over yourself, your life, the things and the people in it, you know what I mean? Then guess what? You could easily end up there. Because it's a lot of vices. It's a lot of muck, like I told you before, that try to get on you. You gotta be slippery out this motherfucker. You can't let people figure you out. You can't let these demons try to figure you out. And you do that by gaining control, forward progress, keeping it moving, staying positive, keeping the Most High in your life. That's how you do it, bro. Because the Most High know what's going on down here. The Most High knew. Go read. You hear about or read some of these scriptures. A lot of what's going on was written. It was predicted. So it's like, yo, you have to stay on top of this. What we doing? Everything. Yourself. You know what I mean? Your vibration. The people around. I'm not saying that you can control the people around, but you can control yourself, and if you are in their presence or they're in yours. Because a lot of people, bro, with these crutches, dog, you don't want to become one of their crutches, and they will try to make you. If you're not hip to it, if you're not hip to yourself. Just like they have all these other crutches, bro, you can easily become they crutch too. Because 9 times out of 10, when people need these crutches, when they need this substance, when they need these women, when they need these relationships, when they need the toxicity, when they need the drama, they become needy people. So they turn everybody around them into a crutch, into a come up. You know what I mean? They turn everyone and everything around them. They use them, manipulate them however they can to get what they want. So you can easily become that in other people's lives. Especially if you got crutches, too. Oh, it's gonna be a bunch of crippled motherfuckers around that's mooching and feeding off of each other. We see it, bro. That's why a lot of these groups of motherfuckers, they flock together. They do toxic shit together. They fight together. They fight each other. You know what I mean? They stay in each other's messes and dramas and shit like that because that's where they thrive at, bro. Why you think we had to separate ourselves from that? Because we ain't trying to be up in that mosh pit. Because that's all it is a mosh pit of shit. And we seeing it everywhere. So when this mosh pit's going on all around you, like I said, you want to be slippery because they like vacuums. You could easily be mistaken to be in there fighting and arguing and toxic with the rest of them. It's like tornadoes sucking you in. It's like 5 tornadoes around you and you trying to make your way through it. But it's the suck zone all around, bruh. Trying to suck you in. Trying to make you low vibration. Trying to make you addicted. Trying to get you in the grasp of the devil and the demons. Nah, bro. Come on, man. We got to keep working. All right? And that's my word, man. My name Jason, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get